Oh, everybody, I want you to meet one of my favorite comics in Los Angeles, Derek Miller! Yeah. Derek Miller!
Thanks for having me.
Welcome!
Thank you.
Welcome to the bar at iOWest.
Thank you for letting me pull up a stool.
The reason I wanted to have you on here is that you are not only one of my favorite people to watch on stage, but you are the hardest working guy I know.
Oh, bless you.
You do a little bit of everything, and it's great. You're a super enthusiastic guy, and we dig that.
Yay. Yeah,
Yay.
I like to spin a lot of the plates.
For those of us outside of LA, talk us through it. What do you do?
I've been working as a casting session director for years, like running comedy spots.
Right.
We've been doing internet stuff. You and I've done some stuff together.
Right.
Also commercial acting, and then last year I had a little series on Comedy Central, which was nice.
Secret Girlfriend?
Secret
right?
Girlfriend on Comedy Central.
Right.
The short-lived, much loved.
You are not only a brilliant improviser, but you're a great improv teacher. People rave about you. You've been doing this since you were in high school, right?
Yeah. I started teaching improv too. Whenever my drama teachers would leave, they wouldn't get a substitute. They'd have me teach improv.
Really?
Yeah, in my advanced theater class. Yeah, so it's kind of fun. Growing up in Chicago, it's kind of the vernacular though. It's kind of like part of your training. All that stuff's kind of trickled down through Second City and everything. So I've kind of always had such an affinity for it.
Now, why? What was it about improv that drew you to it?
Well, I think the immediate way to get laughter and then unsolicited, whatever. It was better than just. It was a authorized form of mugging, I guess, or to get laughter. Probably initially. Right. But yeah, and I think I love teaching it because I love watching people who think that they can't do it or aren't good at it, and showing them that they can do it, because it is a skill that we all use every day. And the joy for me is kind of fostering that, watching students who stared at their shoes now be able to hey, I've got my own show tonight, or come see this, and that's really rewarding for me. Yeah. And I love seeing that. Because
it's not about people think it's about coming up with something hilarious right now. No. Oh, what, making a joke on the spot, which I guess sometimes, obviously, humor comes into it, but it's more about creating a believable situation and trusting your partner, and then something good is going to happen eventually.
Because not everybody's super clever. Right. I mean, there's only a handful of us who are. Right. So, I mean, you can't manufacture that, and you can't write that on the spot. You can't stand up there and write a Monty Python sketch. Right. And you shouldn't have to, because we don't laugh just at Monty Python. You laugh at the guy on the street who got gum stuck on his shoe. The thing about improv is that it's like evanescent. You do it on stage and then it's over. Right. And people very rarely videotape those things, and especially in the 60s and 70s when it really sort of started to explode, there was almost nobody filmed them ever, so there's very little history to go back to. You can know that there was a Del Close, and you can know that there was a committee and all that stuff, but we'll never see any of those shows. No. I'll never see most of my own shows. It's like building a sandcastle and the tide comes in or whatever, but then there is no history to bring people back to. It's an oral tradition, what was it? The Indians passing the story along to the next person. Right. But I think there's so few people who have, heard the original tales. All I'm saying is anybody who's out there learning comedy, find out the history. Where does it come from? And I think that'll help inform your work a little bit. Yes. Help you find your voice within it, rather than just trying to squeeze your peg into some hole that you don't understand. What would you tell a student of improv to go back to? There's a lot to read. Yeah. They can read The Compass. They can read Guru, about a student going through improv with Del Close. So there are some little windows into this world. And then talk to older teachers. I mean, it's an oral tradition. So talk to the people who've been around a little bit. So, okay, coming up in 2011 for you, The Dark Side of the Moon. Oh, yes. Please explain. Well, provided they don't cut me out of it. Provided they don't cut me out of it, you will see me this summer in Transformers 3. They can't cut you out of it. They can't cut me out. No. No, I'm too close to a lot of the action. Yeah. Good. I mean, I'm not allowed to divulge anything. I signed one of those hefty non-disclosure agreements. Right. But I'm very psyched. We can reveal you're in the third Transformers movie. We can reveal that. Yeah. So you'll see me. Awesome. That's good. You'll see my giant head in 3D. Hopefully. Awesome. That's right. It's 3D. It's 3D. Oh. And this is one cool thing. I think I can talk about this. On set, they have the monitors are in 3D. Really? Like in Video Village. Normally you go and sit and just kind of watch the playback. Here they had a full-on big screen, and you could sit with the glasses on and watch what was happening right now. How's Michael Bay? Michael Bay, a lot of people say he's a dick, and he's. I thought he was phenomenal to watch, just because no storyboards. The guy just lays out a shot. He goes, I want this here, 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 and I want this to come through here. You come out of that door, and then that shuts, and it was really awesome to watch him work. And when stuff did go wrong, it was kind of the person's fault. Somebody messed up. Right. And guess what? If you mess up, you get yelled at. Right. So he would yell at people, yeah, but he asked you 3 times not to do that, and you did that. So I was totally cool with him being a jerk. Awesome. Yeah. Well, he knows his stuff. He does know his stuff, yeah. And a lot of stuff for us, too. We got to improvise a lot, which was great. Awesome. Good luck. Thank you. Hey, Derek Miller, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. That's what we do. Cheers. I don't have anything.